Hey y'all, I'm T the Brand, Lash Marketing Mentor. I help lash artists become lash marketers because marketing builds clientele. You are listening to the Powerhouse Lash Podcast, and I hope that something in this episode makes your lash journey a little bit easier.
I was so nervous to step out and start solo lashing again because been there, done that, failed at that. I was also very, very hesitant and very, very reluctant because I can't afford a suite still, and I got to start back lashing at home. So before I left the spa, maybe a month before all the reasons started happening that I left the spa, I was at work one day and I texted my fiance and I asked him, I was like, hey, I really want to start back lashing from home. Like, are you okay with that? His response was, I've been told you to start back lashing from home. Go call the leasing office, see what's available for different apartments, and let's go from there. Y'all make sure that whoever is in your corner, whether it's a monogamous partner, whether it's your friends, business partners, mentors, that they are supportive of you and they will give you the best advice and direction to help you, not just what they think. So he had told me before I even took the job at the spa to just start backlashing from home, but I didn't want people in my house. And at the time, we were again in another 1-bedroom apartment, but it was so much smaller than the apartment that I first started in. And he also is an entrepreneur, and at the time he had a vending machine business, and he had snacks everywhere. So we barely had a living room. Our living room wasn't really living room space. So I didn't see it comfortable or for it to work out. And again, God is just always working things. So we found an apartment in our complex that we really liked. It was a 1-bedroom and a study. And so it had, when you came through the door, before you even got to like the living and kitchen room area, you would turn down this hallway, and down that hallway was a restroom in the study area, which became the client restroom and the lash suite / office. So our move date was in June. This was at the beginning of May. And so I let my clients know who were coming with me, who had reached out, like, hey, I have to temporarily lash out of my living room, but this will only be for a couple of weeks and blah, blah, blah. I explained it to them. Some of them were cool, some of them weren't. And when I tell you the ones that weren't, it was only 2 of them. And I was so glad they did not stay with me. When clients are leaving, don't cry. Do not cry. You will get the clients who are there for you. I mean, I ain't gonna say don't cry because it is hard, especially if you try, working so hard to build clientele. But listen, the people who are for you will find you and will stick with you, and they will not give you a hard time. So, the clients who came with me, I really appreciated that. So I was lashing out the living room of my apartment until we moved. Now, that first month outside of the spa, I made more money as a lash artist than I had ever made in my career. And this was almost 2 years after I started my lash career. So all the things that you see about, oh, you can make this much and this amount of money, you can make 6 figures as a lash artist and blah blah blah. You can, but it takes time. There are so many bricks to put on top of other bricks before you get there, and things to know and learn before you get there. That's why I always recommend, not just because I'm a mentor now, but because I was a struggling lash artist first, I know that investing in people's knowledge can really help you. My mentees, they start off in one space, and before we are done, they have more than what they expected to get out of my program for their business and for their personal lives. So don't be scared to spend your money and invest with people. People know things. Some people be out here getting down on you, but some of us don't. So yeah. So I made the most money I had ever made. And just a guesstimate, I'm gonna say I made about $5,000 that first month from the spa. Had never made that much money from lashes ever. And all I did at the time was lashes. No products, no trainings. It was just lash money. So I was very happy about that. And for the first time in a long time, I was able to start back contributing to helping my fiance with the bills of our house. I'm just thankful for the partner that I have because I could barely afford to take care of my own bills, like my phone bill, car note, car insurance, health insurance, all of those things, health insurance. And what else did I have to? Life insurance, like all my solo bills. I was barely making enough to do that, and he was taking care of everything else. But after I left the spa, I was able to start back contributing to our household, and I was very happy and thankful for that. So time goes on, maybe a couple of months in, lashing solo, and there are about 5 women again who I am talking to in different spaces who need help learning how to market, how to build their clientele through social media. And my heart was just, you know what? I'm just gonna give the information. I haven't done a mentorship program since November 2021. It's summertime 2022. I'm gonna meet with these women in person and I'm gonna give them everything I know. Again, I will never do mentorship for free because when you don't pay for it, you don't value it. And so you don't use it. And that really hurts me when I'm putting my all into teaching and sharing and breaking it down and encouraging and, pushing you and giving you the things, all the things, and then you don't want to use it because you ain't paid for it. So that was that. So anyway, that program started, and then I cut the program off. I took another group of mentees maybe a couple of months later, and they only had to pay $50 a month. Again, all this value that I'm giving for only $50 and you don't want to use it. I said, and I cut that mentorship program. Nope, dropping it because I'm not going to keep meeting and sharing all of this information and trying to hold you accountable like you say you really want to help you do this stuff and move your business and you ain't doing nothing with it. So from there, I was like, I ain't doing that no more. So I spent the rest of 2022 just focusing on lashes and my lash clients, and then building my program for 2023. And my mentees that I had at the beginning of this year, man, I love them ladies to life. It was just 2 of them, but they worked so hard, and their chemistry together when they met was just so amazing. And they were always encouraging each other, and I just love them real bad. And so my current mentorship group, they're amazing women too. They're all in different spaces in their business. And then my first set of mentees of 2023, one was a lash artist and one had a cosmetics business. So the information that I'm giving, it's very applicable to whatever type of business you're in, whether it's a service-based business or a product-based business. It's fundamental, foundational stuff. So yeah, anyway, that's what I did, and that's how we got here. Through the process, like I said, I'm a forever student. I'm gonna invest in some ebooks. I'm gonna invest in a class. 2022, I was in a mentorship program, and I will definitely shout them out. Live Bay, Mike and Shauna of Live Bay Lash, they are amazing people. Their story is amazing, y'all. They started off so broke. Shauna was lashing out of their 1-bedroom house, and they were so broke they had to sell their landlord's refrigerator to pay the landlord rent. And eventually, of course, when they started making more money and all the things, they were able to pay her back, and they lived beautiful lives. Go find them, LIVBAY. So I was in their mentorship program for a decent amount of 2022, and then at the end of 2022 they stopped doing it, and I have not had a paid mentor since, but I have a mentor now, and she's just there for me when I need her. It's not like a program or a check-in kind of thing. Miss Robin, I love you, I appreciate you, and yeah, she's helped me with my mindset. Even after years of being in the lash industry, I was still afraid to go all in as a mentor. I'm like, I don't want to feel like a fraud. Imposter syndrome is real. I'm like, what if I don't make money doing it? But she helped me really change my thought process around where I was trying to go, and it's helped me a lot. So that is how I became T the Brand Lash Marketing Mentor. And so what I do, very simply, I help lash artists become lash marketers because marketing builds clientele. You can be the best lash artist in your city, in your state, in the country, in the world. But if you do not know how to market those amazing lashes and market yourself, because people need to trust you, who you are, how you sound, your personality. Do they feel like their personality will clash with you? Are they gonna feel comfortable? Do they feel like you're knowledgeable? People have to trust you before they trust your services. And this is an era that a lot of lash artists make. We're afraid to get on camera. You don't want to talk. You don't want to teach. You don't want to do a voiceover because you're scared. You don't know how, but you won't click the buttons on the apps that you're using and scared to figure out. You won't go get it. And then you wonder why you won't get clients. You won't take a chance on you enough to learn how to do these things, whether on your own or with people. So, or with like investing in somebody else's knowledge. So, um, yeah, where was I going? I help lash artists become lash marketers. You can be the best of the best, but if you don't know how to market yourself and your services, people aren't going to find you. And if they do find you, they're not going to come to you. So yeah, marketing is my jam. Lash marketing is my jam. I don't want to be a lash trainer. I've done that. I stopped training in 2022. I did 3 trainings in 2022. I had a lady come that summer from the Bahamas, y'all. Homegirl flew from the Bahamas to Dallas, Texas to get trained by me. And that was just the most humbling and beautiful thing in the world. And then I had another training, I think in September, and my last one was in October. And I realized I don't want to do this. It's that last day of training when they're working on a live model that really gets to me, because I'm like, it's been an hour and we have 5 lashes on. And I know that that's a part of the process. I am not too far removed from the beginning of my own experience, but I also know that that's not the lane for me if I'm, like, woo, this is a lot. So no, I want to teach you how to get clients. Another reason why I have stopped lash training is because of the same reason why I stopped doing free mentorship programs. People will take these trainings, invest this money, be on fire, and I'm telling them like, hey, don't struggle. If you need help after this training, if you have questions, reach out to me, blah, blah, blah. And then they don't. And then you don't end up sticking to the lash business because you won't go back to the person who's saying, I'm here for you. And that bothered me too. And I don't want to do that. I don't like that. I don't like feeling like I enabled you to fail. Although I know that that's not what I did and that's not a role that I play. It's still like you took your training with me and you're not doing anything with it. And I don't like that. So, marketing and branding is my jam. I want to teach you how to get clients. I want to teach you how to challenge your own thinking. Like, I ask people a lot of challenging questions. I ask my mentees a lot of challenging questions. I'm challenging every thought process, every answer that you have, and not because I'm nitpicking or trying to give you a hard time, but I don't need you to be in my mentorship program for 2 years. I don't want you depending on me to give you answers. I need you to know why your answer is your answer and know why it makes sense and how it impacts how and what it impacts in every area of your business, so that when you leave me, if you need anything, you just might be asking a couple questions every here and there, but you can make decisions and move your business on your own. I want to create other powerhouses. A powerhouse is any person or thing of great strength, energy, or power. That is who I am. That is what I am. And I build other powerhouses. I build other bosses. I don't need you to pay me, and I don't need you to pay my bills. And by staying with me for a long time. Another thing that people think you get rich off their mentorship fee. I'm not getting $540 for 3 months of mentorship. Sis, brother, I'm not getting rich off $540. So come on now. But what you're getting, you will make that $540 back. So one of my mentees at the beginning of 2023, the group of 2 that I had, this girl made her investment back in a month because she was doing the things. And does that happen for everybody? No, because everybody is in different places and stages of their business. Everybody is not going to put the same amount of work in, the same amount of effort in. Everybody ain't gonna move at the same pace either. So all of those things play a factor. So that's why I don't play you're gonna get your investment back. You'll get your investment back when you get your investment back. But what you are gonna get is hella knowledge, hella game, hella support, hella accountability, hella whatever you need to get your business into a better place. So that's what I do, and that's how I got into being a marketing mentor. I don't want to do nothing else but teach people how to market, because that is where I see the deficiency in the lash industry. You can find a lash trainer all up and down your timeline. Everybody wants to teach you how to do lashes, but everybody can't teach you how to do this, because everybody doesn't do marketing. Everybody can't do marketing. If it looks like they can do marketing, they're paying somebody else to do their marketing for them, which is convenient. Now, don't get me wrong. If I could afford somebody to pay my do all my marketing, I would. However, my concern with that is you would have to spend a lot of time with me to know my tone and know my voice and know how to write captions as T the brand. So while I'm teaching you how to do it, I could have been done got it done. So I want to help the struggling lash artists, the beginner lash artists who are really trying to build this thing. And I help with more than marketing in my mentorship program. One of my mentees, she's trying to find a space to lash, and she needed help looking over a contract or contracts for these different spaces. And you don't know the jargon. Ask me how I got, I mean, you can't ask me and not tell you. But me not knowing contracts and what all was in them and what all this stuff meant is how I got into what I got into at the spa that I was working at. So I'm able to, I help with everything. I help with anything that you need for your lash business. And I love my job, man. I'm so thankful that they cut that position, that I got fired, whatever it is, however you want to put it, in 2020 from my social work job. I do keep my social work license active. I worked way too hard for that. And if I ever need to use it, I got it. But I'm just so thankful that lashes sustain my life, man. The flexibility that I have, the freedom that I have, the women I've been able to service, the amazing women in the industry that I've been able to meet and connect with and partner with. Like, God is so good, and he knows what he be doing. He knows what he's doing. He knows the plan down the line to the very end, your retirement plan and all the things. So please surrender yourself and surrender your business to him and let him be the true CEO. If you are struggling, ask for help. Whew. Y'all, that's that on that. Um, this is the end of this 3-part series. Thank y'all for listening to it, rocking with me. If you have questions, if you have comments, make sure that you share them. Share them under you will share them on YouTube. In the comment section. Make sure that you share your questions, your comments on the platform that you listen to the podcast on. I really want to be able to keep sharing valuable content and keep growing with you guys and helping more lash artists. So the more you engage, ask the questions, like, rate the episodes, the more people get to see it and the more we all get to eat. Remember, $2.38 billion by 2028. That's 4 years. What can you do in 4 years? Thank y'all for listening to this episode, and I will talk to y'all in the next one.